Hey guys, Eric from 10 Fingers of Doom here, and I've got a little lesson on power chords. Okay, so power chords are super easy because there's only 2 notes in them. And we're gonna do it with 2 fingers here, my first and my third finger. Okay, so I did a video on open power chords. I did the E, A, and D, so you only need 1 finger for those. But, and I'll put the link in here. But this one, if you don't use those chords, you got to move it around the neck. So you're going to use 2 fingers. And let me just give you a demonstration of, I'll just move around the neck a little bit. So playing an A power chord here, G, F. So notice they're all the same shape. First finger, third finger. They got 1 fret in between them. So 5th fret, 7th fret. 3rd fret, 5th fret, 1st fret, and 3rd fret. And then I'm going to go down to this string. We're going to C, that's 3rd and 5th fret here. Then a D and an E. Okay? So power chords are used in hard rock, metal, and it just cuts through better with high gain. So yeah. These are pretty easy. They're the easiest of the chords. They're easier than open chords. They're easier than bar chords. In fact, they're related to the bar chords in this way. Here's a B major. Here's a B major bar chord. If I just took these top 2 notes of that, more of the low notes, that's a B power chord. Okay, so it's the 1 and the 5. It's the 1st and 5th note of the major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and the 5. Okay. Cool. So there's a couple things you want to do with this when you're playing a power chord like this. You want to mute other strings that you don't want to ring out. And so the way I'm doing that is I'm taking my first finger and I'm kind of laying it across the strings here. Okay, so that's on purpose to mute these strings down here. And I also take the tip of my first finger. If I'm playing a power chord on the A string, I'm muting the 6th string with the tip of my first finger. In this case, I'm playing an E, so I don't mind if that top string rings out because it's an E string. But if I'm doing a D power chord here, I don't want this to ring out because it's going to sound, and that sounds like ass. Okay, so I want to mute that string. I'm taking the tip of my first finger and it's muting that string. I'm also muting these other strings with this. So this is the tricky part about power chords. Everything else about it is easy. But so now I've got these other strings muted so I can get aggressive with my picking hand. Okay. All right. Now, a lot of times you want to play a power chord. You don't have to, but it's good to play it with 3 fingers. It sounds a little bit more full, but it's the same notes. Okay. So my pinky is now here. So I'm playing an E power chord right now. So I've got my first finger on the 7th fret of the A string, the 5th string. My 3rd finger is on the 9th fret of the D string, and then my pinky's on the next string down on the 9th fret also. And this note is the same as that one, so you don't have to have it there. It sounds more full if you do, so it's just an octave that you're throwing in there. We'll go to a C here. 3 on the A, 5 on the D, 5 on the G. And then I'm going to go up to a G, so I'm going 3rd fret here, 5 on the A, 5 on the D. Okay, but if you're brand new at guitar, it's easier to do it with 2 fingers. So we're just going to do that for right now. Okay. Now I'm going to show you a simple song that everyone and their grandma's heard, Rock You Like a Hurricane by the Scorpions. Okay, so what I'm doing here, I'm going to play it first. If you notice, same chord shape everywhere I went. So these are super easy. Okay, so the first chord I played was an E power chord. I know you can't look at my neck, and it's a dragon, so it's kind of hard to tell what fret you're on or what fret I'm on. But I'm going to tell you what I'm doing here. Okay, so the E, this is an E note on the 7th fret of your A string. Okay, and then I'm playing this 9th fret of the D string. That's the 5. Power chords are also called 5 chords, like E5. You'll see that sometimes written out, like E5, C5, and so on. Again, it's back to that 1st and 5th note of the major scale. Okay, so E power chord. Okay, 7th fret on the A, 9th fret on the D. I'm playing it 3 times. Now I'm going to a G power chord, so the G is up here on the 3rd fret of the E string and the 5th fret of the A string. I'm going to play that one twice. So I went E, G, G. Now I'm going to scoot over 2 frets because this is an A, so I'm going A, A. That's on the top string, 5th fret, 7th fret on the A string. Now I'm going to go down a string, and I'm going to go to the 3rd fret. So this is a C power chord, 3 on the A, 5 on the D. I'm going to play that one once, and then I'm going to scoot over to the D, which is 2 frets over on that same string, and then I'm going to repeat all that. So E, 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 G, G, A, A, C, D, D. Okay, now if you look at my picking, you can't really see it, but if you look at my picking hand here, the angle of my pick is, the tip of my pick is kind of shooting up towards my chest, because if you're doing this kind of angle, it's gonna be hard to get both strings. You can do it, but you want to have it like this. So when you come down with it, it gets both strings. Okay, so most of the power chords you're going to be doing is either going to start on the E string here, the 6th string, or the A string, the 5th string. Now, occasionally you'll get it up here on the D string, but it's not as common. So just concentrate on doing the power chords on the top 2 strings, or the low 2 strings, however you want to call it. The root note of each chord is with your 1st finger, okay? So it helps to learn the names of your frets on the E string and the A string. It's really all you need to do for now, okay? If you need to know like other notes here, I do it by finding it with an octave. But maybe I'll do that in another video, explain that more. But yeah, so I would do, learn your frets. F, G, A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Okay? Try to start to memorize those, because then you'll know, like, oh, I need to play an F sharp power chord. Well, I know the F is here, F sharp's right here. I just did F sharp to E. That's that open power chord. Okay, super easy. I hope this helps. And, let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Please like and subscribe. And thanks for having me.